then the police review the report and begin the investigation from there. The investigation of that nature was immediately filed at Toll Central, and these are all the steps that have been taken as far as this allegation is concerned. The report has come in. There is an indication that yes, indeed, the victim was temporarily. So immediately, the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, the Ministry of Justice, the prosecutors, and the Liberia National Police investigators have been going back and forth. Fortunately, this particular area CCTV camera, so the investigators are going on the scene to review the footage of the camera to try to corroborate the statement of the victim. We've spoken to the victim, we've spoken to the father, we've spoken to aunties, all of the persons of interest that have been named in the investigation, including the suspect. We've brought the suspect in for questioning. We've taken statements from him at different levels, and the investigation is still ongoing. Yesterday, the entire group, at first the police went there to review the footage. Yesterday, this entire body went in, reconstructed the crime scene, came back today for us to meet. We've been here since this morning, going back and forth doing analysis, calling the victim back in to speak to her. So we've just picked up some new pieces of information from the victim that will require a further investigation. We've called on additional employees of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, including deputy ministers as well, to come in for us to speak with them. We've prayed the court for a subpoena of the call log of the deputy minister who's being accused. That call log is a very important part of the investigation because the geospatial data analysis will now point us to placing him exactly to where the allegation is if substantiated. So we're waiting for that, and I know everybody's waiting to see how this investigation goes, waiting for us to make an arrest, but I'm going to appeal to the public that we have to make sure we follow all of these steps so that it is done right. Once we get the core log and we're able to verify, the last step will be, we're on the phone right now, trying to engage for help for forensic DNA sampling. Fortunately, the clothes that the minor was wearing was carefully preserved. It's been packaged, so we've now ordered that the DNA sample be collected from the alleged the suspect as well, so that we can also do that analysis. That being said, I will pass it over to the prosecutor and the Ministry of Agenda to just throw a little light there, and then we can entertain one or two questions.
So basically, Senator, from what the IG has said, we hope that the public understand that this is a very dangerous. We want to make sure that at the end of the day, whatever outcome is substantial, that we can establish probable cause to proceed with this case. Thank you.
So the Ministry of Gender, as you are aware, is very concerned, and that is why we are in close collaboration with the police. And what is key, usually in allegation, is that they say this person did this, but what is very essential is to link the person. So the work has been very tedious, and we have been following. And we also like to thank the police for the collaboration. And as the IG just said, it's still inconclusive. So with the new pieces of information that we just gathered today from today's meeting, we're hoping that when we talk to those people, it will lead us somewhere, and we all ask the public to be patient. Today we heard there were people going to the Ministry of Gender, but then the Deputy Minister met them, so we're hoping that everybody will be patient and we'll reach a logical conclusion and justice will be served. Thank you.
Senator, do you want to add anything to it from the investigation?
Well, so far, we're supposed to be doing some DNA analysis. So the issue is being handled meticulously. We just want to urge the citizens out there to be patient and just follow the steps of the investigation. We'll keep the citizens informed, but they need to be patient. Let us just forget about be patient about demonstrations all around. Rather pay keen attention to what is happening. These are all required legal steps to get to connect the suspect on the crime scene. All of that, those are processes we all look forward to, because the processes are not exhausted. It undermines the investigation
And the prosecution.
and everything that is involved. So we ask for patience. We're doing everything possible. This is why every one of us sit around the table, to be able to arrive at a logical conclusion that will lead to a successful prosecution. Thank you.
So before I open the floor for questioning, we want to reassure the public that there's absolutely no one in this country who's above the law. Contrary to what people believe, that because this man is a deputy minister, that is the reason why he has not been arrested. It's so far from the truth. As a matter of fact, I hold public officials even with greater accountability for their actions in this country than just ordinary citizens. So if for any reason, we're just able to establish this particular thing and substantiate the claim, he will be arrested. There's absolutely no one that's above the law in this country. But I'm urging the public to please be a little bit patient. We reach out to different institutions. At this point in time, our communication will go out to the U.S. Embassy today for further assistance, especially with this whole forensic DNA, and also to even look at the CCTV footage, even though we are IT people go in and they said that it was not tampered with, but based on the witness statement and the footage, we're trying to see if we could do further analysis to even verify more if it was ever tampered with. So we're making sure we're crossing our T's, we're dotting our I's, but we get to the bottom of this thing and justice will be served. I prefer for us to take our time and send a case to court that will get successful prosecution than to rush with an arrest as people are crying out there for, and then we let the suspect walk free. So I'm urging the public to please remain calm. We're committed to this process, protecting our children. This girl is she's the same age of my daughter. So I reverse this situation. I can't even imagine what I will be going through. But if that happens to me, I will want justice to be served. So I'm taking this as if it is my own child that has gone through this particular issue. The protection of one child is the protection of all children in this country. This issue will not be swept under the carpet. No one is above the law. Whoever tampered with this child will answer for their crimes. Thank you. At this point in time, Sisi,
Thank you. This issue will not be swept under the carpet. You heard from the Inspector General of Police, General Gregory Coleman, and others. So again, if you want to put your question, you can raise your hand and be recognized. And okay, firstly, let's take myself.
Thank you very much. I want you to. Thank you for the deliberation to the team. We're doing a good job. But I'm concerned. I have two questions. What makes the deputy minister allegation of rape dynamic from ordinary person's investigation? That all these people have to be included to have a special press conference. That's one. Where is the deputy minister right now, the accused person? Where is he?
Okay, so public officials are held to greater accountability, and that's what gives this a lot of attention. But I know people will say in time past, by the time someone raped, would arrest them right away. If you follow all of the rape investigations that have been conducted under my leadership here, we followed all of these processes. Sometimes, some of these cases, as soon as it comes forth, you're able to immediately put the victim and the suspect together, and we can make immediate arrest. This minister is currently in this building. He's sitting with teams answering different questions at this particular point in time. While it is true that he has not been arrested, but he's undergoing investigation on a daily basis. So, it's like you say, it's special because it has gotten way more public attention than most of the other cases that go through the same process but never get as much attention as it is. I think it's because he's a public official. But I can tell you there's been no other rape case in this country under this administration that has been given any lesser importance. If you follow up, we've been updating it regularly. It may not get the kind of coverage, but there's been successful prosecution of perpetrators of these crimes. And this one will be absolutely no different from it. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Mopolu and I report for Inside Liberia. Yeah, but Ali, you help me to answer my question. So, the issue of Mr. Mangil, like all of us Liberia now, the agitation is that when it comes to rape in Liberia, as soon as it's being announced, the alleged perpetrator and that of the victim always in the hands of police. And then in this case, people seeing that, okay, he come for regular, investigation. Why at this time, Mr. Mangay is not in police custody as usual? Why the investigation is ongoing? He's free. And then coming for, the investigation coming. What's going on?
So in order, and I got the prosecutors here, they will help me out. In order for an arrest to happen, you have to establish probable cause. Anytime you hear say the police pick up somebody for rape, that means we have immediately established that we have the prima facie immediately on hand and we make the arrest. More so, we got only 48 hours to hold people. The mathematical calculation for legal detention gives us 48 hours. This is a delicate investigation. We have to make sure we certify